How's it going, Bulldog fans? Connor Pubman here with the captain, Warren Sledge, and going to reflect a little bit upon his time here at the Citadel. So, Warren, here in just a few days from graduation, give me 3 words to describe how are you feeling right now.
I'd say excited, anxious, and nervous.
All very, very common. I know when you arrived on campus, you thought this day would probably never come. Has your time here at the Citadel gone by quickly?
I think freshman year obviously went by the slowest just because you thought it would never end. Mm-hmm. But then I think as the years go by, it goes by faster. So sophomore year went by second slowest, junior year went by extremely fast, and this year was just a blur, honestly. So I just think the more years you are here, I think the faster it goes.
Absolutely. And what would Warren the graduate now tell Warren the knob as he begins the Citadel journey?
Don't quit. Just fight through. No matter how hard it gets, do not quit, because you have a lot of things ahead of you as long as you just stick with it.
And what do you consider your greatest accomplishment off the court during your cadetship?
Well, it actually just recently happened. I actually got a job at Irish Consulting Group, so that would be my greatest achievement during my cadetship. So,
absolutely, man, that's awesome. And how would you describe your basketball career here at the Citadel?
For the most part, I'd say ups, because I had great teammates, great coaches that stuck by me with everything I went through, great fans that were supportive throughout the whole thing. So I think for the most part, there's a lot of ups.
What would you consider your greatest experience or fondest memory of your basketball career?
I'd say this year when we beat Wofford at Wofford, because I just think beating them at their place in overtime in front of their fans was just the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, especially having my senior year as a captain of the team. It felt so good to
absolutely, man. That was a heck of a game, too, that overtime game. And all right, Warren, we're going to do a little bit of a word association. I know you've seen some of the questions before. This one, just off the top of your head, this one's going to be quick. So I'm going to give you a word or a phrase, and you tell me the first thing that pops in your head.
Okay.
Alpha Company.
Relaxing.
Your teammates.
Funny.
Knob year.
Hard.
Weight room.
Strong.
Band of gold.
Exciting.
Recognition day.
Relief.
Breakfast club.
Horrible.
Road trips.
Fun.
22s.
Awful.
Locker room.
Relaxing.
Team captain.
Experience.
Road wins.
Unbelievable.
Operation Find a Way.
Dreadful.
Tell me what it is like to spend your last 4 years in historic Charleston.
I think it's been great. Being around Charleston, my job is in Charleston, so I'm actually going to stay around for a little bit longer so I can actually enjoy the city a little bit while I'm out of school. So I can see a little bit more, but while I've been here, it's been great getting to meet a lot of the Citadel alumni that stay around here and tell me how great Charleston is. So I'm actually ready to experience it a lot more on my own after I graduate. So.
Absolutely, man. And what person has had the greatest impact on you at the Citadel, and why?
I think I would have to say Coach B, because him and he's brought in his staff who, honestly, I probably wouldn't be right here to this day with the job, talking to you about the success I've had being here, because they've changed me into a person that's willing to open up more to talk to people, and it's gotten people a better understanding of who I am, and people actually like me just because I actually talk to them now. Because before they got here, they can attest to this. Last year I used to come in during practice and just not want to talk to anybody and just try to get through practice and then just go on or whatever. But when they called on me to be the captain of the team, they kind of wanted me to open up more and then experience more of the guys, the young team we had coming in. So that kind of helped me open up more as a person. And then off the court, they just helped me with anything. Like, they're the ones basically who got me this job, just preparing me for my interview questions. So I think him and his staff have really been the greatest people that have come across me since I've been at the Citadel.
Absolutely. And what are 3 things that you've learned during your experience at the Citadel, that moving forward is going to help you in the workforce?
I think being able to multitask, having to balance your academics, your military, and basketball, being an athlete. I think hard work, because hard work and not procrastinating. You got to take care of stuff beforehand before it all catches up and piles up on you. That way you're not stuck doing stuff last minute, because you have a lot of other responsibilities besides academics and military and sports, because it's not one thing, it's two other things. So you got to take care of those beforehand. Then the last thing I'd say, probably organization, having those room checks and Coach B helping us, having us keep the locker room tidy when we need to, the team room tidy, having the inspections, the room, not the room, it's like personal inspections with the commandant and the president and stuff like that. I think helps with your organization skills and helps you. And then having, like I said before, having the academics and the military and basketball, you have to organize what you got going on with all your day-to-day plans.
How would you describe that experience of being the team captain for this last season?
At first, it was uncomfortable having people ahead of me or older than me that I was in charge of basically at the time. But then when they asked me to, I had a meeting with Coach B and Coach Willis after the season that I would need to be more of a vocal leader. I can't go into my little mood that I go into. I kind of took it as a challenge, and I made sure that I didn't come in when the freshmen came in during the summer. I didn't have these little mood swings. I was vocal. I was talking to them, helping them through everything. But I made sure that I held them accountable as well. And so I think as the year went on, I got better with it. And I think a lot of the freshmen learned from me. I think two prime examples that I really learned just vocally talking. I think Preston Parks and Leo kind of took control and while talking to the guys and stuff like that, because I think they got it from watching me. And so, like, down the road after that Western Carolina loss we had at home, Preston texted Coach B saying that won't ever happen again, and I kind of let him and Leo and all the other guys take the reins, and because it's going to be their team from now on, so I won't be here to help them out. So after that, they kind of took the reins. I think that was a big part of why we had that good stretch down the road at the end of the season. So.
Absolutely. And describe what the Citadel Network means to you, and how did you take advantage of it?
The Citadel Network is a huge thing. Having Miss Tisdale come to my classes all throughout the 4 years I was here, I didn't come. I was just focused primarily on basketball. But when basketball was over, I was in a job hunt, searching, panicking, stressing, come to the coaches, like, what should I do? What should I do? But I think to start, the Citadel Network is something you need to take advantage of right. Once you're a freshman, once Ms. Tisdale talks to you about resumes, once they say the career center is open for you and they're willing to help you in anything, you need to go see them immediately, because they'll lead you to multiple alumni, and the alumni that support the basketball players, the football player, everybody here, they're willing to help any type of Citadel cadet, because they know what they go through, and they know if they can make it through this, that they have the experience. They have been through the hardships that they know they can make through on a day-to-day basis at a job.
I've noticed, a lot in town too. I'll see somebody wearing a Citadel ring, and I'll see people stop each other and be like, "Oh, what year did you graduate?" and things like that. What is kind of that fraternal instinct like, the closeness of the Citadel and that network itself?
That means, I think that means they know exactly what you've been through, because they've been through it before as well, and y'all kind of have that connection, even though you don't know this person at all, you never met him before. Y'all have this connection that, oh, you've been through the same thing I have before. What's it like for you now, or what do you got going on for you now? Because maybe that's a possibility of networking that could come through for you down the road.
What is one thing? Oh, I'm sorry. What advice would you give current cadets on how to get the most out of the Citadel Alumni Network?
Well, like I said, I didn't go to the career center until after the basketball season, so it's April now, and season ended early March. So I'd say about a month and a half, I was able to get my resume taken care of, get cover letters, apply for grad school, get job interviews, and within a month and a half, I was able to have a job now. So I think if you work quickly, and not saying the young people should be looking for jobs right now, they should get through college first and enjoy their experiences while they can, because you can only have so many here.
What is one thing about your Citadel experience that you will not miss, and what's one thing that you will miss the most?
The whole military part is tough to deal with, but it's worth it because it helps keep you organized and disciplined for the most part, but definitely won't miss it at all. But I think the thing I'll miss the most is obviously my teammates, because being basketball players, our season is both semesters, so those are the people you're with basically all year. And so you build a great friendship with those guys, and when you're leaving and they're having this young team, I won't get to spend 2 or 3 years with them like they were gonna spend with each other. So, and I got to know them real well, and they're a funny group. So I just think building those relationships with your teammates, I think that's gonna be the most thing I'm gonna miss.
Absolutely, and you're a big part of the Embrace the Pace and the nation's leading scoring team this year. I mean, right at 90 points a game, led the nation. You've been an instrumental part in the turnaround of the basketball program really the last 2 years. Do you win a game in the conference tournament? Things like that. And tell me what the future for Citadel basketball looks like.
I think the future is really bright for these guys because they all have this competitive spirit where they want to be better than the next person. And I think it showed right after the season ended when Coach Blake got them in the weight room and they had competitions, two teams that competed against each other for different weight room competitions. And I think they're all just so competitive that they're not going to want to lose. And so I think that's going to definitely help them down the road. And then them ending this season the way they did, or the way we did, I think is definitely a confidence builder for them because they know what they have to do to win games in this league, in the Southern Conference. But I think next couple of years is going to be a fun thing to watch for Citadel basketball.
What's the greatest life lesson you've learned during your last 4 years?
Have fun while you can because time goes by quick. You never know what's going to happen in the time frame. Just don't let any moment pass you by. Enjoy every moment you have because the time goes by quick.
So what are your plans moving forward with that job, and what's your position, and what are they going to have you do?
Well, I'm the entry-level junior executive. There's 4 stages to the promoting process, and so obviously I'll be in the training and first stage, but we have a lot of Citadel alumni over there in a small little firm. So we have like 5 Citadel alumni in like a little 25-person firm. So it's very Citadel-based. They love athletes. Like we have a former athlete over there, Vinny Miller, who's doing great. If you're a go-getter and dedicated of getting your sales, you can easily be a manager in what they said was a year or maybe less. So I think it's a job perfect for me because I'm dedicated. I'm willing to do what I need to do to provide for myself right now. And I just want to and my goal is to be able to manage my own company or something of some sort. So I think this is a good process for me. It's a good management training process. And so I think if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll have a good chance of managing my own company.
Absolutely. And you guys heard it here from the captain, Warren Sledge. That is our senior reflection video. Warren, good luck. It's been awesome being here. I've only been here a year, but it's been awesome, covering you guys and getting to know this coaching staff. And congrats on your job and hopeful your future endeavors pay off for you, man.
Thank you, Connor.